Hi, this is Laura from LiveVisions.com, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your house of marriage in astrology. What kind of marriage partner are you going to draw in based on your rising sign? So if you don't know your rising sign, go to astro.com, look at the birth chart calculator, and type in your date of birth, city, state, country, and your time of birth to know your rising sign. So what does this mean? Well, the rising sign is where the sun was on the horizon when at the time of your birth, right? So this is going to tell us a lot about your chart, and the rising sign is really important in astrology because it gives us a blueprint on the timing of things in your life. Not only the timing of things, but it also gives us information on what sign is in what house. For this video, we're looking at the 7th house specifically. So if you're an Aries rising, your 7th house of marriage would be Libra, right, for Aries, right? This means that for a marriage, you would draw into your life somebody who is, I want to say charming, somebody who likes balance, somebody who likes harmony, somebody who does not like controversy at all, somebody who looks at both sides of a situation. They can be sweet and very peaceful, very loving, can be all about relationships, right? And aesthetics. They like their appearance and maybe like their surroundings to be very nice as well. This person is very charming. I want to say they don't like controversy. So Aries, where you're like, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to give them a piece of my mind and I'm not holding back. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. This person is the total opposite of that. This person is like, well, I think we should be diplomatic. I think we should look at both sides of the situation. And I think that try to be, diplomatic. And how do I say it? They don't like scenes. They don't like making a scene. They don't like uncomfortable situations, right? And the negative side of Libra could be they're indecisive. They have a terrible time making decisions because they do see both sides of a situation, and that makes decision making kind of hard. But also, because they do not like controversy, they don't like drama. I mean, how do I say it? Libras can cause drama, I'm not going to lie. They're very intellectual side. They're very conversationalist. They're very much so, they like conversation. And they love talking about relationships and partnerships and all that. A lot of times, Libras can rule lawyers in the chart. But I want to say, or relationship therapists, that can be too. Anyway, these people have a hard time because they don't want to create any drama. They don't want to. They may not tell you the truth sometimes, right? Because a little white lie. Is my butt look big in this dress? Oh, no, wonderful. No, honey, you look beautiful. But I love the black, right? It's more slimming. But they may not say that. They may say, oh, it just looks wonderful on you. Even though in their head, they may politely tell you another time, black, I find it so attractive on people. It's just so slimming, don't you think? Rather than say, red makes you look like you got an ass like Moon over Miami, wear the black one. Don't do that. It hides more, right? Aries is more blunt, right? Libra, not so much. They're more classy, and I think in their delivery, right? Classy, grace, charm is all these words that are used synonymously with Libra. So that's what I see for Aries and Libra. Now, if I'm to look at Taurus, your 7th house is Scorpio. So you're looking for someone who's deep, who's passionate, who's intense, right? Who could be obsessive. They could be manipulative on the negative side. They can be destructive, jealous, primal, lustful. Could be very sexual too. So, with this house in being ruled by Scorpio, when a partner is great, it's great. When it sucks, it sucks. There's no in between. I want to say this person can be very inquisitive. You can involve yourself with somebody who is very, drama just finds them, right? Or they create it. They could be like a researcher, an investigator. They love looking into things, right? I'm going to investigate it. They may love the whole psychic ability thing, right? I want to know, they may have psychic gifts. Let's just put it that way. They make great detectives. Right? This is the type of person I'm going to find all the shit about you and put it in your face and be like, I know what you did, right? But these people could be me and you against the world, right? Very, I don't want to involve other people. It's just me and you, right? They can be a little possessive, controlling, obsessive, right? They can on a negative. But sometimes a lot of Scorpios tend to date each other because they are so alike. They are so, you know, I don't want to share you. So this person can be possessive, but you know, the Scorpion has two sides. When they get mad, they're going to either rise above it like a phoenix, be above the ashes, right? Or they're going to, I don't get mad, I get even, like a Scorpion, and be stung. So, you know, there's many sides to the Scorpio side. And I'm going to say they love deeply. They love so deeply. And that's why relationships for them are so passionate and intense. Intensity is the key word for them. So this is the kind of partner I see you drawing in Taurus, okay? All right. All right, Gemini, your 7th house is Sagittarius. You draw in a partner who's very witty. They look at the glass half full instead of half empty, right? They're into traveling, exploration. They're a risk taker, open-minded, very optimistic because the ruler is Jupiter. Adventurous, could be outspoken. These people could be maybe a different culture, different religion, different in some way, shape, or form, right? These people, you know, you could draw in foreign people from a foreign person from a foreign land for marriage, right? You may draw in somebody who maybe likes teaching, who is very smart, you know, likes reading up on things, likes getting educated, right? This person could also be very witty with comebacks, just like you are. They match you mentally, okay? But I see them as they're a fire sign, so they're reactionary, yeah, passionate. This person could be a risk taker. They love outdoors. They may like the outdoor things like hiking and camping and all those things. You know, they could like animals as well. Anything outdoors, they may love those things. Traveling is one of them. They rule the 9th house in astrology, so that's teaching, writing, publishing. But you could draw into your person, and their philosophy and their religion could be important to them. Their belief system. They could be very heavily believing in marriage, okay? So this person and they feel very lucky because they have this optimism about them. The glass is half full. It's never half empty. You never know what could happen, right? The world could be like it is now, right? And these people could be, well, you never know. Tomorrow could change things. They could invent something, you never know. They're very positive, right? Which is great. So that's for you, Gemini. Now, Cancer. Your person you could draw in could be older than you. Doesn't have to be, but usually Capricorn was an older person, right? This person could be serious, shrewd, practical, resourceful, hardworking. They could be a workhorse. They could be very cautious, enduring, patient, disciplined, and wise. This person could be very much career-driven, motivated by money, motivated by, I want to make sure we're secure. This person could be, you know, you may not get the hugs, kisses, and cuddles, but you know I bought you the, you know, $1 million house, right? You know what else? You know, I got you the $1 million house, I bought you the car, you know. They may show love through buying you things or making sure that you feel secure, that you have security and stability is maybe the way they show love, right? Again, very hard worker. Capricorn rules time, so maybe you married this person at an older age, maybe after 35, right? It's saying that if you get married here before 35, it may end, okay? So after 35, a more long-term partner may be for you, Cancer. This person could be financially secure and very financially stable, right? Again, they could be older than you and very serious, very ambitious type of person, right? All about business, okay? All right. They may not be as emotional as you, Cancer. More practical and earthy in their approach, okay? Now, Leo, you may attract to yourself an Aquarian. Not just an Aquarian, but you may attract Aquarian types, people who are eccentric, off the beaten path, people who are edgy, I don't give a shit what everybody else is doing. This is what I'm doing. I like my originality. I like my uniqueness. Very forward-minded thinking, right? They're always futuristic-minded. Like, yeah. They can be very independent, sometimes even rather detached. You know, when they get mad, I'm not talking to you. You know, I'm detaching. Divides humanitarian. They could care a lot about, like, well, humanity as a whole. This is not just good for me. I want something that's good for everyone, right? Humanity is huge for them. They could be involved with groups and organizations and very idealistic. So this person could be the type of person where they love astrology, a lot of them. They may be really into, learning about the science of, like, UFOs and weird eccentric things like that. Astrology can be one. This person depends. They could be more eccentric in their, like, appearance, could be, or their belief system, or maybe they have a very unique job. Aquarian job would be like an astrologer or a pilot or somebody, something techie, very techie. Internet is very Aquarian. Rules groups, organizations, right? So something like that. So this person may be a little bit, I'm not going to be your clone. I'm going to be my unique self within the relationship. The relationship may be unconventional, like let's not get married, but let's live together, or let's get married, but let's live separately. I can't live with a person. It could be that. This person may like their space. Like, let's have 3 days we see each other and the rest we do our own thing. This person could be very independent, A relationship, because it does rule your 7th house, may be very unconventional for you. Look to where you have Uranus in your chart is where you may meet this person, okay? Leo. Virgo, your partner is Pisces. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. The only negative thing with Aquarius is they could be very detached, so you want to be mindful of this. And also be mindful that Aquarians do need space. So if you're trying to smother an Aquarian, not an Aquarian, but somebody with this type of energy, it's not going to work. All right, Virgo, you may attract somebody who's Pisces, but maybe, has the energy of Pisces for marriage, right? And, this could be your 7th house here is showing you could be attracted to someone who's very romantic, who's very dreamy, who's very creative, right? And who's very sensitive, very compassionate, a healer, intuitive person, right? But on a negative side, you could fall in love with love, and you may fall in love with the potential of a person instead of the reality of who they really are. You really need to look at somebody and think, are they investing their time, their energy, and their money in me? Their actions match their words? If all is a go, then it's fine. But if it's a no, then you need to rethink and reevaluate. Virgo tends to have this thing where, I can help and I can save and I can fix. The helper, saver, fixer, right? This is the guys who always love the damsel in distress. I could save you. But you can't fix someone who doesn't want to be fixed. So let's say they could have, Pisces also rules drugs. It also rules escapism, like escaping through drugs and alcohol, right? Illusions. It could be dishonest. That's a negative side. So I want to say to you, if somebody's looking to, you want to help someone who maybe has a drug problem or a drinking problem, they need to want to help themselves, right? If they don't want to help themselves, they're just going to be pulling you down a rabbit hole. Make sure you're looking at the partner through a clear lens instead of rose-colored glasses, because that can be a huge issue with the 7th house for Virgo, right? So this person could be very sensitive, and the reason a lot of them do escape, and there could be great artists. They could be really gifted in the arts, music, talented with, like, I don't know, music and art in general. Creativity is heightened for these people. These people could be spiritual, very highly spiritual and creative. A career for Pisces, the 7th house Pisces, would be a preacher, a priest. You could fall in love with a priest or a preacher or something like this. Religion, oh my God, they could be extremely religious on the high octave, right? On the low octave, could they be a drug addict or, yeah, kind of. You got to be careful. There's high and low octaves of every sign, planet, and house. You just want to make sure you're aspiring toward the high octave of the sign. So I want to say these people could be very dreamy, right? They're very, like, you may want somebody who's like The Notebook, that movie. And maybe the fantasy is better than the reality. That can be something with your 7th house of Pisces. That can very much read true. So that is something you need to be cautious about, Virgo rising. Okay, that's what I'm saying. All right, so now we are going to flip it, because we're on Libra now. Libra. We're going to flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it. Okay, Libra, you could be attracted to somebody who's very assertive, very aggressive, Aries energy. I mean what I say and I say what I mean. Makes quick decisions, you know, beats the crap out of somebody and then asks questions later. You know what I'm saying? Aries rules war, it rules fighting, rules, you know, this is somebody who would go into battle and knee-jerk reaction, you know. Can this person be abusive? Yes, but not always. Can this person be a strong-minded, assertive person? Yes. They're fierce, assertive, rebellious, daring, competitive. Oh, they love competition. They could be a born leader, pioneer, stubborn, as we say in Italian, testaduda, right? Hard-headed. Impulsive. They could be a warrior-like. The types of jobs these people may have, you know, would be a police officer, firefighter, you know, somebody who is a soldier. You know, those are just some jobs that are ruled by Aries. But as a partner, what you would need to be careful of, be careful not to get into something too fast, too quick, too soon. Aries also rules quickly, without thinking. Make sure you don't get into a relationship quickly without thinking, and then, because Aries is a sign that can move on rather quickly. Are you okay? Yeah. All right. Aries is a sign that can move on really quickly, and so they may get into something and decide, oh, it's not for me, and they say, you know, if you want to ditch an Aries, drop them off where you met them. Because, and I'm an Aries, so look, Aries don't get mad at me, but they say that Aries can move on really, really fast, and they don't. And the reason I personally feel the reason that this is true is because Aries is such a strong sign. You know, they're not going to sweat the small shit. And I mean, an ending of a relationship is not small shit sometimes, but it's like, okay, well, if they don't want to be with me, then, you know, I'll find somebody who does. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's my thinking. I don't know if you're an Aries, let me know. But I will say you could fall in love with somebody who is very childlike, too, in their approach to love. Everything may feel new to them, and, oh, I want to explore with you. I want to do things with you. They're passionate, you know, they're fire signs. So this person could be, let's do things, and let's, you know, they could be very assertive, right? This person could be very much the type to, I'm going to ask them out, you know. Also, this person may not take no for an answer. If you tell them, no, I don't want to date you, they'll be like, I'm going to wear your ass down. I'm going to wear you down. I'm going to ask you 5. But eventually, Aries would be like, you know what, forget it. You know, I'll do the work, but only to a point. I'm not going to be, if Aries feels genuinely you're not interested, but sometimes, because they like a challenge, you know, so they're very competitive. So if you're playing hard to get, they'll be like, oh man, I'm going to win this, you know. But if they feel you're not interested, they'll be like, okay, I give up. So those of you who are married to an Aries or an Aries type energy, or those of you who are Libra rising, your partner may be bold, assertive, right? An in-your-face kind of person. So whether you're male or female, you could have a partner who, let's say somebody gets in their face, and this is the type of person who's not afraid to tell somebody where to go and exactly how to get there. So they don't really hold back who they are, and this type of person can be reckless a little bit. The negative side is violence. The negative side is violent behavior. The negative side is acting before thinking, right? It like, you know, you punch somebody in the face and they're like, what'd you do that for? And they're like, well, you did this, this, and this. And like, no, it was this way. And Aries like, oh, my bad. You know? So, I mean, serious. So if you're an Aries, don't get pissed at me. You know it's true. So, and they're the first to apologize too. If they really know they're wrong, they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. So sorry I punched your face in. Yeah, I'm so sorry I was reactive right away. So that's something they learn over time and with age. Okay, so as they get older, let's hope they're more mature and they're not going to just overtly act on something so quickly, right? Because they could be very childlike, and I think the attraction is their childlike energy. They're childlike, oh, let's laugh, let's play, let's joke, right? It's Aries. But Aries can also get really pissed. You know, they have the need for speed, can be hyperactive. They may not have feet under their ground. Another career for an Aries could be a workout instructor, somebody who's into fitness, because usually they can't sit still, like they got ants in their pants. You know, I know for me, if I'm sitting, I'm usually wiggling my leg or something, like I'm always moving. So yeah, these people can maybe have an athletic build, especially if they're Aries rising. Anyway, that's just for Libra. Okay. Scorpio, for you, you can draw into your life somebody who's very secure, very stable, right? Somebody who's patient, could be rather possessive, rational, loyal, likes the comforts in home. Their sense could be heightened. Their sense of taste, touch, smell. All of these things could be heightened. They could be a good cook, right? They could be self-indulgent. They may love nice things, materialistic, right? Because the Taurus rules, I acquire, right? They may like all the comforts of home and soft things. They're very earthy. So security and stability could be very important to these people, right? Taurus rules the second house of earned income. So what kind of jobs would this person maybe be? It could be anything to do with finance, you know, anything to do with maybe real estate, something like this. They could be more of the financial fields, or like cooking, you know, because the sense of taste, touch, smell, all of these things are so heightened for them. They could be very sensual type of person, right? So that's what I'm saying. And usually Taurus does not like drama. However, if you're Scorpio rising, you may bring that to the table. Just saying, it's true. So that's what I'm saying for Scorpio. You know, they say they don't like drama, but they do in some ways. I'm not gonna lie, they kind of do. And they can also be possessive and controlling in their own way. But Tauruses can be very possessive as well. So that's a negative sign of Taurus. And what is a negative sign of Taurus also is materialistic. They could be too materialistic. You know, when you ask someone, oh my God, I love that dress, they have to say, you know, oh, it's Louis Vuitton. Or, you know, whatever. It's Gucci. Whatever it is. They have to tell you. Oh, that's a nice car. Oh, it's Lexus. Oh, I love that watch. Oh, it's this brand. They're brand name dropping. Big time name droppers, right? So they may like to let you know they only like the finest things in life. They only maybe like people who are the upper echelon, but not always. Not all Tauruses are like that. I mean, my dad was a Taurus, and he liked all kinds of people, but he did like nice things too. He wasn't a big name dropper, though, but my grandma was. She wasn't a Taurus. She was a Virgo, but yeah. And yeah, he kind of resented that. I will say he was a Taurus, but he was a very good cook. Oh my God, my dad could make an Italian meal like no other. But in homemade raviolis, oh my God, they were so good. Anyway, yeah, so you guys may, you know, find yourselves involved with someone who can make wonderful meals, and like I said, their senses are really heightened, and they like beautiful things and looking good and all that stuff. My dad cared about how he smelled all the time, having good cologne. He also cared about his, you know, the way he wasn't a painter, but when he wasn't working and wearing his work clothes, he dressed really nice. And he really cared about his appearance, you know. So they could be very mindful of all these things, you know. Again, these heightened, the sense of vision, looking beautiful, feeling beautiful, tasting things that are nice, touch, anything that's soft and, you know, smelling, anything that smells good too. All these things are heightened for the Taurus. And you could love somebody with these heightened senses, and also where you meet them may be seen by where you find Venus in your chart, okay? Sagittarius, who are you going to meet for marriage? You're going to meet somebody who's like a Gemini. This person can see both. This person, I want to say, is adaptable. They're very informative, extremely smart. They love information, right? This person, I want to say, could be very witty, charming. You're not going to be on a date with this person and it'd be like there's nothing to say. If it's quiet, Gemini is really good at reading people and figuring out, okay, I'm gonna bring up this. I'm gonna bring up that. They're not going to be sitting there with nothing to say, I'll tell you that. They could be very connective, very communicative, talkative, superficial. Well, I'm not sure. Nah, I wouldn't say superficial. I want to say they love variety. They're very curious, and they're very social. The only thing with Gemini, because they do rule the third house, of communication. Sometimes they may say, oh, Gemini, because Gemini is different than Sagittarius in the way that Sagittarius is my word is law. Gemini is my word is an opinion, and I would like to hear the opinions of others. And I'm open to the opinions of others. And sometimes I may carry both opinions. Like, well, Susie does have a point. Like, I'm going to give you an example, what we're all going through today, right? Maybe Gemini may say, well, I feel masks are really important. You know, I can see the value in wearing a mask, right? I don't think this is a conspiracy theory. I think it's very dangerous and we should wear one. And then they also may say, but I also see the value in getting a vaccination. I feel that's important too, right? So Gemini might see both sides, and they may say, you know, even though I have a shot, I'm still going to wear one. You know, it's something, you know, it doesn't have to be that. I'm just bringing that up because that's what's going on now. But Gemini may say, or maybe people who don't want to get the shot, Gemini may say, well, I see both sides and the points of both sides, right? Gemini is like Libra in a way. They could see both sides of opinion, but while Gemini is with you, they make you feel like your opinion, they're agreeing with you. And then with your other friend, like let's say they're with your friend Samantha, and Gemini is agreeing with Samantha too on her opinion. And you're like, well, where are you? Gemini, I thought you agreed with me. Well, really, Gemini kind of agrees with both of you. So sometimes people may accuse Gemini of either having a forked tongue or driving on both sides of the road. And they're very good salespeople. Gemini can sell ice to an Eskimo. They're very good at selling. But they're very informative. And it doesn't mean that, what I like about the sign of Gemini is they can see both sides and they can articulate on both sides. But some people may, you're a traitor because you like them. No, they just saw. But I think Gemini they're really good at reading their audience, so they don't really want to disappoint the other person they're speaking to. So maybe they should say, well, I also see their point too. But anyway, so that's the negative side of Gemini. Also, the negative side of Gemini is making a decision like Libra. Because they're like, well, Gemini's like, wow, I like redheads, but you know, blondes are cool too. And oh my God, I saw a brunette. She's so nice. So it could be it may be hard for them to decide. You know, and especially if somebody's Mars is in Gemini, I went this way, but then I changed my mind and I went this way, because Mercury does go retrograde a lot in a year, right? And Mercury is Gemini's ruler. Geminis tend to maybe change their mind a lot, flip-flop. So anyway, but it doesn't make them bad people. It just, they're open to the opinions of others. Where Sagittarius is more, like Sagittarius rising is more fixed. My word is law. I'm not changing. Testa dura. I'm in there in the sand, stubborn, hard head. I'm not looking at other people's opinions. I already have my own. Don't tell me your opinion. Don't sell it to me. Testa dura, stubborn. Whereas Gemini is like, well, I'm open to hearing you. Go ahead. Let me hear your point. But it doesn't mean that Gemini has to agree with it, though, right? So that's Gemini. Very good communicator. You will not be bored. They'll be very witty. You'll have a lot of witty banter in your marriage. The only thing is maybe trying to get them to settle down and make a decision to actually marry you. Is cheating a thing with Gemini? Not all Geminis are cheaters, but, they kind of like, well, I kind of like this one and I kind of like that one. So it could be a thing. Oh, ménage à trois can be a thing. So you want to really communicate with your partner and make sure that, especially if you're just like a one person, let's do monogamy. We're not inviting people here, all that. So you may want to make sure you stress that with Gemini. But yeah, that's what I see for Sagittarius. That's your partner, Gemini. It's not going to be boring, that's for sure. It'll be very intriguing and very informative type of a lot of information between the two of you, because you're both a very smart signs. Sagittarius and Gemini, both they love knowledge. Anyway, Capricorn, your marriage partner would be Cancer energy, right? They could be a Cancer themselves, don't have to be, but this person's all about the home and family, all about nurturing, and they're all about the kisses and the cuddles, right? I love the kisses and the cuddles. Where Capricorn may be more like, I bought you the house and I bought you the car. Like, why do I have to kiss you 50 times a day? Cancer is different. Cancer is like, you know, I like the kisses, and I like the cuddles, and, you know, I don't necessarily need the house and the car and it's expensive, you know. This person that you may be attracting, Capricorn, could be moody, introverted, nurturing. Because they're ruled by the moon, their cycles, they're moody because every time the moon changes signs every 2.5 days. So they can be very moody. They can be insecure. They're very intuitive. They're very receptive to other people. They're really good at reading people's emotions. You know that song by, who is it, Mariah Carey, You Got Me Feeling Emotion, deeper than I ever dreamed of. Cancer is really good at spotting people's emotional, because their emotions fluctuate so much. They're so in tune with emotions, right? And I want to say they are the best mothers of the zodiac. So if your partner could be a wonderful mother. She could be the woman, I always say these are the Betty Crockers of the zodiac. This is the person who's, when you walk in, is going to say, oh, come in. Are you comfortable? Oh, my God, let me get you something to eat. Oh, let me take your coat, right? Let me fix you something. Would you like to eat? Let me make you a little something, right? You know, these are the people who want everybody, they mother everybody. You know, let me make you feel comfortable. These are the really good homemakers, right? Mothers. These are the people who are like, oh, you know, they want whoever's in their midst to feel like home, to feel comfortable. Like, oh, you're spending the night? Oh, let me make sure you have that soft blanket, or make sure you have brand new linens and all this. Make sure you have a nice towel for the morning. You know, they just do extra things. Sometimes they go out of their way just to make you feel like you're at home. And these people are very warm and receptive to people coming in their home. And like I said, great mothers. Also, you know, people who have Cancer moons are also great moms too. Anyway, all right, that's what I'm seeing. Wherever you have the moon, Capricorn, is where you may meet this person, okay? Very nurturing type of person. Where you may bring in the money, Cancer will be frying in the pan. You know, you bring home the bacon, they fry it in the pan for you. You know what I'm saying? So Capricorn rising, you could be more career-oriented, where this person may be home-oriented, maybe more. You know, you bring the money, and I'll bring in the groceries, and I'll make them for you. You know, that's so Capricorn, Cancer energy. All right, Aquarius, you're going to be drawing in the bling bling partner, the one who everybody wants on their arm. This is the beautiful woman, the gorgeous guy, right? This is the one, because Leo rules the actors of the zodiac. So the type of partner you draw in is very ruled by the sun. So these people get attention whether they want it or not. This person could be very powerful. You know, it could have an authoritative position, could be, because it's ruled by the sun. But this person could also just get attention because of their beauty or something about them, right? They could be independent, charismatic, confident, extroverted, egoistic, courageous, proud, playful, right? Charismatic, expressive. And I want to say, these people are like, their charisma could be off the charts, you know. So this person, the kind of job for this person could be, I don't know, like an actor, an actress, even something high power, like a judge, something like that, right? Doesn't always have to be, but Libra would be more legal, or Sagittarius it definitely could be a judge. But for Leo, I would say, you know, something where somebody's in the public eye, you know. So Aquarius, you could be in love with somebody who is very popular in the public eye, or even an actor or an actress, something like this. But when you walk into a room, they're like, wow, that's a power couple. Wow, look at her. She walked in. This is the type of partner you may date. This is a woman who not only dresses to the nines, she's got the earrings and the bling jacket, she's got the rings on, she's got her hair done just so, their nails are done, everything is to a T, right? If it's a man, ladies, your husband would be the kind of guy who walks in and, you know, he's the best dressed man in the room. His, let's say his hair is impeccable, he's clean shaven or what have you. You know, he's just, he gets attention. Let's put it that way. Right? Everybody's like, who is that person? Right? And for me, years ago, it would be Don DeMont. Remember Don DeMont was a Young and the Restless? Oh my God, that guy's so cute. Anyway, look him up. He's like an Italian gorgeous guy. Anyway, so Leo, you're attracting the bling bling for your marriage partner, right? This person could be a lot of fun, right? Extroverted, confident. Oh, and they're not going to be jealous or insecure at all. No. The only negative side for Leo is they need to know it's a we and not a me. So this person can be a little bit, it's all about me. It's all about, because they're used to people catering to their ass, right? So you may have to let them know, well, hey, you know, there's two of us here, not just you. So sometimes they need to, and I don't think they mean it. They don't mean it. It's just they're born with the God-given sun in Leo. Or, you know, they just have this, for some reason this person attracts attention, and they maybe have people falling for what they're saying or what they're doing, or, you know, their charisma in some way, that they're used to people just revolving around them. So the challenge here is it doesn't revolve around the other person. It's a we and not a me. So that's the thing. All right? So that's the negative side. Okay, Pisces, last but not least. You may draw into your life somebody with Virgo energy. Somebody who's analytical, into details, the perfectionist, the Martha Stewarts of the zodiac, right? Who's all about the details. This is somebody who's going to organize your freaking closet. This is somebody who's like, you have a problem with drugs or alcohol. Let me fix you. I'll help you. I'll take you to the AA meetings, or I'll take you. We'll do this together. And that guy, you were with an abusive man. Let me save you. I'll save you. You can live at my house. You know, that's that type. Also, they're really health-minded. They could be very health-conscious, right? They're responsible usually, humble, orderly. Orderly can get out of control. I'm speaking as a Virgo rising, okay? So we could be so detail-oriented where we're like, okay, who took my closet and messed it up? I had everything organized. Don't mess up. If somebody has their closet color-coded and you go in and you mix something where you hang up something where it's not, they'll be like, why did you, that is something, it could be something that makes this Virgo energy very anal retentive, okay? They could be anal retentive about stupid shit like organization or, you know, because they're so analytical. They're all about the details, right? They were great wedding planners. Oh, my God. These people could be great wedding planners. They're great at maybe throwing a party. They're great at organizing. They're great at fixing your house and organizing your drawers and your closets and all that stuff. You know what I mean? They don't mind to do the jobs that other people maybe not like, because these people like to be of service. They're in the healthcare field. Maybe they're in, let me fix you, let me save you kind of field, you know? Something where they're of service to other people. They love that, where some other people are maybe like, not so much. But these people also can be the negative side of Virgo, can be a little too analytical, a little too perfectionist, to where the other person feels like they're walking on eggshells, and they're like, okay, what the hell? Like, I'm not perfect, and so what? I put the cup on the table without a coaster. You left a ring on the table. That's a brand new table. You know, it's like, all right. You know, and I know because I'm a Virgo rising and things out of place can upset me. But then when I had a child, I was like, F it. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. But yeah, so, I mean, honestly, I used to organize my closet. I used to organize my clothes to color. And now it's like, oh my gosh, it's impossible with my child. It's impossible. She's a Virgo rising too, but I don't know what happened. I don't think she got the tidy gene yet, or maybe it isn't kicked in. I don't know what the deal is, but anyway, the negative side of Virgo could be a little too analytical, a little too detail-oriented, where you make other people feel like crap. They could be sometimes a little harsh with their words, you know? What they say a lot of times could be very critical, and maybe it's true, but the delivery could be very, like, a little tactless, and so could Sagittarius, by the way. Sagittarius can be truth speakers as well. And what they say can be a little tactless too, so you got to be careful. But you know, this person is Pisces. You could be married to a person where you walk in your house and it looks like nobody lives there. You walk in your house and it's totally, or your wife is like following you around with a dustpan or a vacuum. You just left footprints on the carpet. How dare you? Why did you not put your socks in the laundry? What the hell's your problem? So these are some things that may, and not putting the cap on the toothpaste could be a conversation, right? Anyway, little things like this could upset Virgo. Their knickers could get in a big old knot because their whole thing is, I want to make things perfect. I can make you perfect too if you have a problem. But if you continue to mess things up, I will get very angry. Yeah. So they could be a little witchy too, but they're all about details. This person could also be a really good accountant. They're good at numbers. Oh, yeah, they are. Yes, sirree. Numbers, they could be a doctor, or not a doctor. Well, they could be in the health field, like a nurse. I want to be of service. Any service field could be that too. But an organizer, the professional organizer, somebody like Martha Stewart, a party planner, anybody like that. An accountant is huge for Virgo. People sometimes don't think Virgos are fun because Capricorn rules their 5th house, and it's like more responsibility. So Virgos get a bad rap for not having fun, but Virgos are really responsible. You know, oh, I'm doing the right things, you know. But anyhow, so that is my thing. Now, if you want to know where you're going to meet your marriage partner, Pisces, look to where you have Mercury in your natal chart. That'll give you more information. If you want more videos like this, leave me a comment. Let me know, and let me know let me know about your marriage partner, how it rang true for you. Also, first marriage partner may not last if Saturn is opposing, squaring, or in the 7th house, or if your 7th house is ruled by Capricorn. Keep that in mind. A second marriage partner is seen by your 9th house, and then your 11th house, and so on. So I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and comment, and leave me a message and tell me what you thought. If you want a reading, links below. Bye-bye.